Imagine having an odd or little known side hustle bringing in a few extra bucks each and every month that you could use to help pay your rent. Well, enough imagining, because in this video we will be going over 5 odd side hustles which is non-obvious that will help you pay your rent. And the best part, you don't need to have any experience, any special skills, or any money to start. How many of y'all take a dump every morning when you wake up and each night before you go to bed? I know that's a seriously weird question to ask, but just bear with me for a sec. If you're like my girlfriend who has to take a fan and her phone in the bathroom while taking a dump, just consider yourself a thousandaire. Yes, a thousandaire, because this side hustle isn't going to make you a millionaire. Anyways, did you know that people out there are willing to pay top dollar for your waste?
We want your poop.
Before this conversation gets any weirder than it already is, let me explain. You have websites that are willing to pay you to send them samples of your poop. Why, you may ask? So, imagine your body is like a big city with lots of good and bad bacteria living in your tummy. Sometimes bad bacteria can cause problems like making you really sick, but doctors have a cool way to help. They take some good bacteria from a healthy person's poop and put it into the tummy of someone who's sick. These good bacteria fight the bad ones and help make the sick person better. It's like sending in superheroes to fight the bad guys and bring balance back to the tummy city. You can start by becoming a stool donor, which is what this is called, on a website like humanmicrobes.org, and you can get paid up to $500 per stool. So if you're a person who has diarrhea every day, you can earn up to $50K per month. Just kidding. If you have diarrhea that often, you're probably sick. And I wouldn't want it to be the case where you donate stool that isn't good to harm those poor little people in need even more. You can even try out a website like Good Nature as well, and this one is willing to pay up to $1,500 a month. This is literally something that you do every day for free, so you might as well try because you're not losing anything besides some waste. I have a friend by the name of Nadine, which is also my mother. And each time I try to vent or speak about certain things, it literally makes no sense because I just feel like I'm talking to a brick wall because I'm not being heard. And when I'm being heard, it still doesn't feel better because it just feels forced. And this is where you can come in by being an empathetic listener. You can start by listing your service on a free platform like Fiverr.com. Here you can see that the competition is very low right now, and there are many people out there having a tough time. And all they need is to just feel heard by somebody who isn't going to judge them, because they can't just talk to family or friends. This Fiverr seller is charging $25 for her basic package, and she has 76 reviews. We know that not everyone who've made a purchase is going to leave a review, but let's multiply the 75 reviews by 25. That's $1,875 just for listening. And let's not forget that that's just on the low end because she has 2 other packages which are more expensive. You don't have to be a therapist, a counselor, or even certified in anything to do this. And you don't have to give out your personal information like your phone number. Instead, you could use Zoom, and once again, this is all literally free to do. I know for a fact that most nights you go to bed, you had it your intention of calling out from work the next morning after waking up. But you just can't because your rent is due the following month and you don't want to be homeless. And there's a simple fix to this problem. You just need some way to make money while you sleep. Which brings us to our next side hustle, which is getting paid to catch some Z's in your P's. I know you must be thinking in your brain that this faceless YouTube channel guy is just trying to scam me out of my views so that he can get paid while sleeping instead, but before you think I'm a scammer, just hear me out. This is a very legit thing. Sleep Junkie is a website which pays you to review sleeping products and to sleep in general. It aims to help people make informed decisions about their sleep environment and habits to enhance overall well-being and quality of life. They were just looking for people to help them with a study that they were doing about trying different cheeses right before going to bed. They're looking for a team of 5 dairy dreamers to experiment on the impact that eating cheese really has on our sleep quality, energy levels, and whether it increases the likelihood of nightmares. This is an all-expensive paid kind of experiment, and they would pay you $1,000 each. One more way in which you could get paid to sleep is by going live on TikTok. This person is currently live on TikTok just sleeping, and they are getting a bunch of gifts from random strangers all over the world, which could then be exchanged for real cash. But in order to go live on TikTok, you would need at least 1,000 followers, which is pretty easy to gain. You could literally gain that from just one semi-viral video. This is our TikTok page, and as you can see, I haven't posted for quite some time now. And yet, still in the last 60 days, I've gained over 1,500 followers without even showing my face or uploading any new videos. But that's a topic for a whole new video. I remember just last month it was my favorite girlfriend's birthday, and people who didn't even know who she was were singing her a happy birthday song like she was some goddess or something. But she felt extremely important and happy, and that literally made me happy as well. I'm saying that to say, people are literally getting paid to sing a simple happy birthday song for persons that they don't even personally know. In the buyer's eyes, this is not just a happy birthday song. It is a custom video with an unforgettable message engraved in it. You don't have to be the next Selena Gomez or The Weeknd to do this. Just think about it. Someone new is born into this world every single day, and right there is a new opportunity for people like us. You can list your services on a marketplace like Fiverr.com for free, where people would automatically be able to find your services without you promoting it. Take a look at this Fiverr seller, which has over 151 reviews selling happy birthday wishes. Let's do some calculations. 151 multiplied by $5 is $755. And once again, this is just on the low end because they have more expensive package options. And not everyone who buys actually leaves a review. Not to stray too far away from the topic, but imagine if you decided to sell services on wishing couples a happy anniversary as well.
Happy anniversary!
You could potentially double your income if you charge more and provide even more. What do I mean? Let's say that instead of charging $5 or $10 for a simple or low quality video, which most sellers are actually doing, you just be the one to stand out just by looking a bit more professional and going up and beyond for each and every client that you receive. And in return, that will almost guarantee a 5-star review each and every time because you're giving them way more than what they initially paid for. Just the other day, my friend told me to walk up to a pretty girl that we both was looking at and tell her that he liked her and would like to take her out on a nice and elegant dinner date. Well, there are 3 things that my friend did wrong here. Number 1 is telling me what to do. Number 2 is telling me what to say. And number 3 is trying to be a free meal ticket by leading with his wallet. But for now, we're gonna speak about only number 1 and number 2. Did you know that instead of saying something or doing something that you're not willing to do for free, you could also sell that as a service? And I'm not talking about throwing away your morals for some change because that's not worth it. I would know because I started an OnlyFans in the pursuit of making some side change, and now I'm stuck on the internet for some things I regret doing, like eating toes. Please don't tell anyone. Anyways, take a look at this. Guess what?
This thing on? How y'all doing? Name's Buford. Here to talk about whatever you want me to talk about. Your band, your music, your website. Maybe it's even a girl that you don't have the nerve to talk to. Guess what I do? I'm gonna do it for you. That's what I do all day long, and I don't quit.
This Fiverr seller literally has over 244 5-star reviews just by saying anything that his clients require, and he made well over $3,500 doing this alone. And you can too. All you need is a brain, a mouth, a phone, and a Fiverr account. There's a link to Fiverr down below to sign up for free. Secondly, you can get paid to do just about anything which you could think of. Take a look here. There are so many different sellers with a ton of reviews making a bunch of money, doing things they either just learned to do or they been know how to do. I know most of you guys must be thinking that you don't have any skills or you're useless, but you're so wrong. You can check out a website like Skillshare, which has courses about anything you could think of learning. And you could then move on to sell what you learned. And this costs less than $20 a month, and you would get access to all the courses which Skillshare has to offer. You can sign up for a free trial of Skillshare down below right now and get started with one of these side hustles ASAP. If for some reason you still feel lost and don't know where to start as it relates to making money, I have a guide linked down below on how to use your passion to make money while doing something you love without feeling like a slave, so feel free to check that out.